So what we want to do is to implement the create state. So let's just override it first of all, and here if you see that it should return an implicitly animated widget state with of type implicitly animated widget, but this is a loop, so we will just copy it here and paste it here and actually replace this value, not this one, loop, actually copy this or cut this and name it loop state. And what we want to actually return from this method is actually the loop state. And we will go down and create a class called loop state, which will extend from this. And actually we have to override two methods. One is the build, what it is going to return, and another one is the for each tween. So we have to define some of the tweens here which are going to change for this loop. First of all, let's just return the widget from this build method. What we want to return from this build method is this loop actually. So let's just copy this from our custom paint and paste it directly here, and it should also expecting a child, so just name it widget dot child from above, and we can just close this. Now for the path weight, it will be just the widget dot stroke, and for also the color it will be just like widget dot color. But for the two properties, that is the start angle and the angle, they should be changing because for every change these values are going to change. So we only want to animate these two values if they change. So let's just create two tweens for them. Like first tween will be of double type. This can be nullable, so just make it start angle. And another tween will be also with the same signature. It is also nullable. It's loop length. Now we cannot pass a tween of double to the double value. What we can do is to evaluate it based on the animation. This animation property is a getter we are getting from the implicitly animated widget state here. Now if it is null, what we want to do is to pass a default angle, that is the start angle, and same goes for this one. We cannot pass a tween of double in the double field. So we will animate it again and pass the default value from the widget above the angle. Now we have the tween passed and all this and that, but we are still left with the for each tween. Now the for each tween is called inside the did update widget, and it is like, if you see it, it has three values. Like the first tween, that is going to change. The second value is the target value, that is it is the value which is the current value, and we want to change from the previous value to this target value. And the third one is the constructor, which is going to return a new tween for this widget. That way it can be animated to the new position. Now let's start it. It will be loop start angle, it will be visitor, and the first value will be the same tween which is going to change. Second value will be the next value that this tween should hold, and it will be start angle. And the next one is a dynamic type value which should return a tween of double with the beginning as this value. And what we also want is to mark it a tween of double. So we are done here, and similar will be similar setting for the angle part. Now we want a loop length here, and it should be angle, and that's it. But we also want it to be of dynamic type, so let's just name it dynamic, and we are actually done with it. So actually let's just test it. Is to copy the loop here and main here And one more thing, I also passed the duration here and the curve, because implicitly animated widget also expecting a duration and a curve, and the key is optional. So these two values are required by the super constructor of the implicitly animated widget just for the animation. Now if we go to the main part, and we can actually replace this custom paint and painter with our loop. Actually, yes, we can do that, and remove this, and also remove this part. And what we have to do is to pass a duration. Let's pass a duration of like millisecond or 4 seconds or 400 milliseconds. Now if you see, if I start playing it, for every change it is going to change its position smoothly, like you see. Let's go up to 8 at least. No, we cannot. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess the issue is here. If you see it clearly, if I tap at the very edge of this segment, it is not working. So what we can do is to give a simple offset, so whether it is colliding or not. Like if for the end angle, let's just give it a radius of how much is the radius. We are saving in the path width, I guess, somewhere. No, we are not. So let's see what is being path width. It is here. Path width is here. Game board. See, the game board is here. But we are passing it is the 20 here. Let's just save it inside a variable. Path width sample, and just save it here in a final value. Go to 20. We cannot save it. Interesting. Actually, it is not here. Yeah, we can actually save it here. It should not be integer but a double. And for this one, we can actually just save path width here, so that it cannot just ignore. We will have some kind of offset here, so that, but it will not take care of well, but we have some kind of offset here, so that the ball can actually, if it is, even if it is touching it, the edge of the segment, it should consider that it is a tap. Okay, let's see. We are good. Yes, we are good. Okay, so let's just close this. And so here we are done with this game. So congratulations for completing the series, and thank you for watching this. And if you like it, just press that like button, and if you consider subscribing to the channel, then do consider it. And we will see us again in the next series or the video. So until then, bye bye.